Okay, this is a story I'm working on at the beginning of it. There was a long, winding two-lane highway that, running through a rural town somewhere in East Massachusetts, found one mid-afternoon in the late spring of 1944 two elderly ladies of scientific note carrying through a path cut into the endless woods a heavy treasure chest. That contained an object only the two of them knew the identity of, towards a three-room house that afforded its entering no driveway, only the narrow, half-mile in length path. It might have been, apparently, some kind of uncompleted mechanical object that could prove medically beneficial to society. It might have been an extremely weighty document concerning such a medical object. It actually might have even been a higher form of math than even that of physics that could be applied to both artificial limbs and or artificial intelligence. Whatever the object was, its identity would remain hidden from the entire world until the year 1995, when the treasure chest and its secret contents were found where they'd left it, in a cellar that was by whosoever gained entrance into the hidden stairway underneath the kitchen's only rug. The two aging women were half-sisters, though they never had crossed one another's paths until 5 years earlier, when the older one of the two was working on building up a family tree. To what purpose it would serve, good or ill, would depend largely on the discoverer, who, for the life of him, could not until 7 months past find a way to crack the treasure chest open, finding himself instantly amazed by its contents. That was the introduction. Now, chapter 1. In 1989, Winslow Hemsley entered by the hidden light of the late summer starlit sky a Baptist pastor's home, his wife and two college-attending daughters sleeping soundlessly upstairs. The pastor, Wilfred Dupree, was given to night terrors and insomnia, inviting his longtime associate Winslow to take the sofa by the near-to window. The pastor glanced fleetingly at the concealed object under a cloth beside him. Another pastor, one governed by the highest pursuits of integrity, had warned Winslow neither to visit this particular pastor without someone else to assure his safety, nor tell this pastor up front anything or everything known to him so far to be true. Winslow either did or did not pay heed to the other Baptist pastor's advice. "I know," Winslow Hemsley sneered at the man sitting across from him, "that you've not only co-signed but siphoned large amounts of funds from at least half of your congregation." At this moment, quick as lightning, the pastor reached under the cloth, yanked out of the silenced revolver, and aiming at Hemsley's head, hit his right shoulder non-fatally instead. He had two more bullets left in the revolver. Unbeknownst to the pastor, his wife had quietly navigated the stairs moments earlier, and as silent as possible slipped from the kitchen behind the pastor, hurriedly slipping toward the back of the sofa, where he sat, gun in hand. Agnes Dupree and Frida Hemsley met one another at their 60-year-old mother's home early. This is chapter 2. Agnes Dupree and Frida Hemsley met one another at their 60-year-old mother's home early in 1940. It was the very time they would meet, the very first time they would meet. Their mother, knowing the secret nature of Agnes's vital work in the fields of medicine, astronomy, and physics, suggested the two live perhaps as long as a year in a rurally situated house, the whereabouts of which was known to no one more than a handful of people. And that's the beginning of The Treasure Chest, a new novella.